I am back in Austin, Texas. The last time I was here was when Toyota brought me out to drive the Corolla Cross. Fast forward to about a year later, and I'm here to witness the return of the Crown for the United States market for the first time in about 50 years. Today I'm going to go over all the details of Toyota's Resurrected flagship sedan. And I use the term sedan lightly because this is like sedan plus for Toyota. This is essentially a sedan package. We don't have a liftback on this. It's kind of like this fastback looking thing. And we all saw the patented images that got released, I don't know, what was it, 3-4 weeks ago at this point. And what we have here is the Crown and in its glory. And it is about 4 inches taller than a Camry. The wheelbase is just a smidge smaller than the outgoing Avalon. We have 21-inch wheels. This is the limited grade. There are 3 grades. We'll break down each grade in this video. And there are also 2 hybrid powertrains. There's no V6 and there is no front wheel drive option. Your only options are hybrids and all-wheel drive. I don't think a lot of people are going to be upset about that because fuel economy is important nowadays, and we'll go over fuel economy, of course, as well. But let's get back to the design here. I'm going to flip through the images as quick as I can for you guys to take a look at. Hybrid Max is the name of the new hybrid powertrain. We already know a lot about it based off the RX 500h F Sport Performance model. There's the panel roof. Here's the side profile of the vehicle. I mean, what do you guys think? It's going to be easier to get in and out of, that's for sure, than let's say the Avalon was or any other traditional sedan. So that's what it has going for, as well as ride height, so people can see out of the, or just have better visibility on the road as well. Interior, I guess we'll go over just a little bit. USB-C is very futuristic for a Toyota anyways. The new Toyota system in there for the navigation as well, that's upgradable. So unless your eyesight's at the bottom of like the trunk lid, you're probably never going to see this exhaust pipe. So it's really hid under, and it's dual exhaust, so go figure. So we have dual exhaust coming for all the new Crowns. We have Crown on the liftgate or tailgate, the trunk lid, since it's not a liftback, even though it looks like a liftback. The front end, this has the upgraded headlights. I don't have any images of the base XLE headlights at this point in time. So I really like these wheels on the limited model over the over the Platinum model, which has some black finishes. Now, JBL sound system, 11 speakers, we'll go over that in a little bit. And that's all the images. So I'm going to get back to the press release and filter in some B-roll as well as images while I go over all the details, and then I'll talk about my opinions and thoughts at the end of it. And I haven't seen the vehicle yet. That's at midnight. So I'm going over what I know now without seeing the vehicle or sitting in it or doing any in-person walk-arounds. Definitely stay tuned because I will give you guys that as well. Okay, let's get into the powertrains first because that's what gets my motor going, no pun intended. So we have 2 powertrains. One is very familiar to us, that's on the XLE and Limited. And this is the 2.5 liter A25 FXS setup that we see, let's say, on the RAV4 hybrid. I actually don't have power numbers for this setup, so just assume it's going to be around 219 horsepower, could be more. And we're going to be seeing 38 miles per gallon on this. But what about the big boy, the Hybrid Max, almost like the iForce Max from the Tundra and Sequoia, right? But we have Hybrid Max here, and it's the same sort of setup we see on the RX 500h, like I mentioned before. And the RX, it produces 367 horsepower. Now, keep in mind that's probably premium fuel as a luxury vehicle. This being like near luxury as a premium vehicle, it gets 340 horsepower, and I'm pretty sure that's on 87. The Hybrid Max is the first ever for Toyota to have a non-eCVT setup to it. Like the XLE and the Limited have the eCVT setup. The Hybrid Max has the a brand new 6-speed automatic transmission and a 2.4 liter turbo that is kind of replacing the tried and true 2GR V6 throughout the Toyota lineup this past year and going forward. So we get 28 miles per gallon on this, and I think I really just want to see if I could stretch that a bit. I think I could crack 30, but I don't know because I've never tested this hybrid system before. What's cool is that all the hybrids are rocking the new nickel metal hydride bipolar battery that we first saw on the Aqua. We don't get that here stateside. We also had it confirmed on the RX. It uses the same powertrain. Of course, this is on the new K platform, and this is a front-wheel drive biased vehicle, you could say. At least in the Limited and XLE, because on the Platinum you have a much fatter electric motor. If it's like the RX, it's 108 horsepower, which is the same motor taken out of the BZ4X and RZ450E from Lexus. It's the same rear motor as those electric cars, fully battery electric, and they're putting it into a hybrid. So you're able to get tons of torque, probably around 130 pound-feet of torque out of this. It's a liquid-cooled rear motor. Pretty crazy. We haven't seen that technology on a Toyota hybrid before. And I know it's a departure of the rear-wheel drive bias Crowns in the past, but this might sell better for them for the Crown, because Crown sales have been going down steadily over the past few years. So, I mean, of course, I don't have sales numbers from the US, but I've just been hearing that from Japan. So this vehicle might kind of resurrect the Crown as a VIP luxury sedan for many markets in the world. All right, so let's get into the grades. Starting with the base grade, the XLE here stateside. Of course, it's the 2.5-liter Toyota hybrid system, all-wheel drive standard, 3 drive modes, Eco, Standard, and Sport. 19-inch wheels on this. You have heated Softex seats. So if you want leather, you got to go up. But it looks like it's not only Softex, but also fabric. So maybe a combination of the two. I haven't seen these in person. I also don't have any images of it. So just bear with me here. Stay tuned. Hopefully there's an XLE here for me to give you guys hands-on. We have a standard 12.3-inch touchscreen. You're also going to have a standard 12.3-inch MID behind the steering wheel. There's also no head-up display on any models here stateside from what I'm seeing in this press release. So we only have six speakers on the base XLE. You can get it in 5 colors: black, oxygen white, magnetic, gray, metallic, heavy metal, and supersonic red. And you also only have one interior choice, which seems to be black here. Now the limited grade is probably, I wonder if the limited grade is going to be the volume seller. That's something I'm going to have to ask Toyota today. But here we go. Limited grade, of course, builds on the XLE. We have the multi-beam LED headlight upgrade. We have a fixed panel roof on here, standard leather trimmed seats, and you have heated and ventilated front seats and heated seats in the rear. That 6-speaker system gets upgraded to an 11-speaker JBL. You have rain sensing wipers, intelligence clearing sonar, along with rear cross traffic braking. All right, now there's an available package for this limited model, and that gives you dark metallic 21-inch wheels. So standard are 19-inch wheels on this model, but the dark metallic 21-inch wheels, like I said in the beginning, look amazing. Now this advanced technology package gives you the cool wheels, 360 camera, and digital key that works on all 4 doors. Interior colors include black and chestnut, and macadamia. So if you want interior options other than black, you have to upgrade to the limited or the platinum, for example. So let's get to the platinum. Platinum includes everything on the XLE and limited, but gives us that Hybrid Max powertrain that I already mentioned. It gives us adaptive variable suspension, 6 selectable drive modes. So we have Eco, Standard, Sport, Sport Plus, Comfort, and Custom mode. The interior options look to be the exact same as the limited, but we have some exterior paint options that we haven't seen on a Toyota before. They call this bi-tone paint, and it gives you black accents from the hood to the trunk that can be paired with oxygen white, heavy metal, supersonic red, or the all-new bi-tone only bronze age color. That's like a kick to the stomach for me, because the new bronze color looks amazing. We have a variation of it on the new RX, and it looks incredible on there. There's also a variation on the RZ, which we're not getting that bronze RZ here stateside for whatever reason. And I'm not a big fan of this 2-tone setup on the Crown. I guess I said I was going to save my opinions till later, but it's too bad you can't get the Bronze Age color without the 2-tone on it. Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0 standard, of course. The Crown is supposed to be available in Toyota dealerships later this year. If we look at dealer leak that we had from earlier this year, it said that it's coming around October, and that's supposed to be when the GR Corolla is supposed to be coming. All right, let's talk a little bit about dimensions if you're interested in that. We have 60.6 inches of height, which is a little over 3.5 inches taller than the Camry. Its length is 194 inches, which I believe is just shorter, a couple inches shorter than the outgoing Avalon. Width is 72.4 inches. Wheelbase is 112.2, which is the exact same as the BZ4X, the exact same as the new RX. So in the future, it wouldn't be hard for Toyota to make this a fully battery electric vehicle. And maybe that's also why the height is higher, right? So you could stuff a battery underneath and not have to compromise on, like, you know, seat height and stuff like that. So I think it's set up, primed and ready when battery packs are available, when the markets are ready, I should say, when the markets are ready, the batteries are ready, probably swap in a fully electric system. Look, it would be more simple than what we have with the new Hybrid Max for sure. Struts are up front, multi-link suspension in the rear. Now moving to the cabin, we have standard 8-way power adjustable driver and front passenger seats. So that's on the XLE. Front seat adjustments include slide, recline, tilt, height adjust, and lumbar support. Now the lumbar support is only for the driver. Dual zone climate control is standard on all grades. It doesn't look like there's a 3-zone or a tri-zone climate control for the higher grades, at least not here stateside. I wouldn't be surprised in Japan, you know, where its home market is, where they sell a ton of these things, they have more options there. Platinum and limited grades not only get the panel roof, but they also get ambient lighting. It's not customizable or anything, but it's there to add that premium feel. In the rear, you have charging, 2 USB-Cs for the passengers, and then you also have a wireless charger up front. You have a standard Type A up front as well, 12 volt up front, and a separate dual USB-C terminal on the passenger side. In terms of quietness, it looks like Toyota has pretty much thrown the Lexus treatment at it in terms of sound deadening and just overall engineering to make this vehicle super quiet. The K platform itself is a good first defense against noise, curbing vibration through steering, floor, and structure. The suspension tuning resists road surface disturbances, and tire noise is reduced via strategically placed insulation and thoughtful tire wheel construction. So you essentially have noise canceling wheels like we first saw in the Lexus lineup a few years back. We also have acoustic glass standard on that, not only the XLE, but all of them. So it's incredible that you're able to have that acoustic glass on all 4 windows for the passengers. You have body sealing material placed throughout the structure under the carpet and inside the headliner. Materials and their placement were optimized to minimize noise and the frequencies that typically interfere with conversation. That concludes the majority of the things that I wanted to talk about for the new Crown. I haven't really, I've seen it in person, but not for the reveal. So what are my thoughts about what we have here? Well, the Crown was dying, starting to die in Japan, so they needed to do something to make it relevant. So this treatment is a risk, but Toyota also does, you know, their research. So they know that people want better visibility on the road. They want to be able to get in the car easier, but they still want that sedan feel. And so that's what the Crown is. And also, like, if you think of the average age for the Avalon buyer, you know, they try to make it young, like a younger focused vehicle to the most previous or the most recent generation. I don't think that really worked for the Avalon, because the Camry was, you know, kind of able to meet all those customers' needs, and the Avalon was just so close, and it was also close to the price of the Lexus ES. So I think this is a good move for those traditional sedan buyers and want a nice luxury sedan. Maybe they don't care to have a Lexus. They want something that's nice, but something that's easier to get in and out of. And there's no denying that this Crown is going to be a really well performer. It's going to drive so strange. It's going to be strange because it's going to feel like an electric car pushing you in the back, and then you're going to have still that turbo engine up front as well as an electric motor pulling you forward. And then you also have a 6-speed auto in there. So in my mind, I'm kind of thinking that it might behave a little bit more like Hyundai's hybrids, but Hyundai's hybrids have a drive axle going from the front to the rear. There's no sort of mechanical connection in this new Hybrid Max setup for Toyota. 38 miles per gallon for the standard models. The normal hybrids is pretty impressive. Despite it being essentially a big crossover. You might be saying, Kirk, well, the RAV4 hybrid can get around 40. Yeah, but that vehicle, it sounds like a 10 box, and it doesn't have the same sophistication in road noise separation and just quietness. This is essentially a Lexus without a Lexus badge, because Lexus is not going to have this vehicle. Some people are saying, oh, the new ES is going to be just like this. I don't think so. I think the Crown is unique for this sort of body style. The ES I expect to continue as a sedan, as sedans are still relevant in the luxury market, more so probably in the luxury, or should I say the high-end mass market. If you guys, I don't know, if you guys follow me, hopefully you guys follow me with what I'm saying. I think there's more of a market for the ES that far outsells the Avalon than the Avalon had. So the Crown comes in and is going to do well for them. It's not going to sell super huge numbers. Again, it's all imported from Japan. Pretty cool, right? As Avalon gets canceled, for production here stateside, as well as the Lexus ES. All that's going back to Japan. So pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna end it there. The Crown is back in the United States. I can't believe I'm saying that. It feels like I'm in an alternate reality or alternate universe. Am I in the multiverse? The Crown seems like it's something that would come out of the multiverse, right? It's just like an alternate reality of the Crown, this new Crown. This, what is it? Are we in 16 generations now? I can't keep up. Anyways, gotta cut myself off, get myself all ready for the reveal party tonight, and give you guys also hands-on impressions, maybe some quick walkarounds of whichever models Toyota has for us here in Austin, Texas. But I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's quick wrap-up of the new Crown, hit the like button and subscribe, because I will be giving you guys driving impressions as well. But again, thank you for watching. Peace out.